What is the best online business that you should start in 2024, 2025, and 2026? Not that I can predict the future, so just let's say 2024, we'll go with that. Hey everybody, and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, I'm going to be talking about what I believe is the best online business that you should start for most people. If you watched my last video, hopefully that gave you some clarity that most people really should consider starting an online business, and maybe it's not as hard as you might have once thought because of old school, out of date narratives that we've all been inundated with. But if you're like I was, where you now realize that actually you really do want to start an online business and you have started to see the potential in it, the next step quite often is that you then feel overwhelmed. What is the business that I should start? If you follow different people online, there'll be many different schools of thoughts, and as much as this is amazing that we've got access to so much information, it often just leaves us feeling completely confused, completely overwhelmed, and then not taking much action. You've got people telling you to start an online business in property, crypto, trading, social media, drop shipping, Amazon FBA, and on the list goes. And obviously it goes without saying, all those businesses can work for some people some of the time, but let me try and simplify this for most of you. For most of us, the best business model will be us leaning into what we naturally love, what we're good at, and doing work that's meaningful and fulfilling. And really for me, they're the key points. It's as simple as that. Like, will it be meaningful and fulfilling for you to do Amazon drop shipping, where you're packaging products up week in, week out? Maybe. I don't think for many of you it will, but maybe it will. Is it really leaning into your strengths, your ability and your passion to study data and do trading or crypto and do it well? Maybe, but for a lot of people, probably not. So the thing to identify is, don't buy into fads or hype or what's trending right now just because a small percent of people are being successful in it at this moment. Come back to you and look within. Do the Zen work, the meditation. No, I'm not saying you have to do that, but literally take a bit of time to stop being so heavily influenced by what everyone else is telling you. And my advice is, follow this step-by-step little exercise to help you gain clarity on what the best online business is going to be for you. What I think it is for a lot of people, and I've heard people like Tony Robbins and Dean Graziosi speak about the online teaching space being valued at something like around $1 billion a day. I don't know how up to date that information is or how accurate it is, so please do your own research, but I've heard them speak about, apparently it's valued at $1 billion a day. So I'm a big believer in this. I believe traditional education, as much as it has strengths, I think it's very flawed. I think in many ways it's now not kept up to date with the times and it's outdated. And I think more and more people are learning there's better ways by just simply going on YouTube or Googling and learning through people who have done what they want to do. And that opens up a real opportunity for you to start a business. So what is the step-by-step process you promised me in this video, Matt? Well, here it is. I'll give it to you very simply. You want to write out 3 lists. On the first list, you're going to put the heading passions. And I want you to really reflect on what are all the things that you are excited about, that you enjoy, that you could talk about. That if I said to you now, go and stand on stage and passionately speak about this subject for 10 minutes without needing to plan, and you know you could speak passionately and knowledgeably about that subject, what would it be? And write as many things down that come to mind. What are the things you love? And it doesn't just need to be thinking with a business head of what can I make a business out of initially. It could be, what sports do you love? What team do you support? What films, what music, what artists, what hobbies? Like, just what are the things you love about life? What are the things you enjoy? What are your passions? Get as much down on that first list. The second list, you're going to put the heading skills. Now, with the skills list, the danger that people fall into with this is just writing the things that they've passed qualifications in or done jobs in. Absolutely put them down. Like, if you're qualified in something, that's a great skill. If there's something that you do in a job that you're great at and you're skilled at, put that down. But I also want you to go much further with this. Like, are you a great listener? Are you good with empathy? Are you good with strategy? Are you good with coming up with solutions? Like, these are skills, natural human skills. Like, if you was to ask somebody about you, what would they say your strengths are as a person? What are you great at? And write as many of those down as possible. Take your time with this work as well. Don't just try and rush it. If you want to get clarity over what could be a really good business for you to earn potentially couple of £1,000s a month, every month, or potentially more. You want to take the time to get this stuff right. So that's the second list. What are your skills? And then the third list is, what will people pay for? And what we're looking for ideally in this third list is, when you match up passions and skills together, can you combine them to provide a product or some kind of service that people would pay for? And I think one of the biggest things to think about with this is, think about you just a few stages behind where you are today. Like maybe you a couple of years ago. If you're somebody that's a great listener and communicator, and maybe you went through a divorce, maybe there's a lot there you could help somebody to transition through a divorce much better because of what you went through. Or if you want to help people strengthen their relationships, or you want to help people learn to play guitar or piano, think about the simple things at the beginning that you didn't know that you could now help a beginner with. Quite often we think, I can only start a business if I'm an absolute expert and the best in the field. No, there are people now that are happy to go online and pay something to learn the first few steps. If you know those first few steps and you've done them and you've got a track record with just those first few steps, you don't need to be at absolute grade 100 expert level to be of value to those people that just want to be taught the first few steps. And also remembering, I love this quote, you're a human being designed to get better through effort. You are a human being designed. You are literally designed to improve, to get better when you apply effort, when you put in the effort. So remember, just because you might only know the first 3 or 4 steps at this stage doesn't mean to say with continual effort you can't then learn 4, 5, and 6 and continue to be able to grow the business and offer more value over the months, the years ahead. So for me, one of the best online businesses for most people to start and to make money from is in the online education space. And it's ultimately combining, what do you love, what are you good at, and what would people pay for a combination of those things? It's often about taking yourself back a few steps to a place in your life where there was information that you wished you knew, where there was a process that you now know that you didn't know. That is something you can teach. It might be that you want to teach in, maybe you've been acting for 4 or 5 years and you can teach acting to beginners, or maybe you're an artist or play an instrument. Maybe you've learned some really good video editing skills, or maybe you have a passion and a skill in baking and you want to teach baking for beginners. You don't need to be the expert. You just need to be able to teach people the things that you can do, that you enjoy. And then with that, there's kind of 3 key ways you can package that. There's one-to-one tutoring online on Zoom sessions. There's a course or some kind of pre-recorded program you can put together, or live course that you can teach live to a group of people. And then there's memberships that generally tend to be more low ticket, cheaper products. And these are all really, really great ways to build a substantial community, to build a business, and to earn money online without loads of overheads, loads of staff, and ultimately without high risk. Let me know in the comments, has this been useful? Do the exercise, see what comes out of it, and I really, really hope it gives you some ideas to be able to start and then eventually launch your own online business. Make sure, if you want more advice and strategy and tips and exercises around online business, that you're following this YouTube channel. And also, if you haven't already, click the link in the commenting section below to sign up to my completely free 90-minute webinar that I'm going to be doing, talking you through step by step exactly how to start an online business and follow the strategy that I've implemented to turn the things that I love and the things that I'm good at into a genuine, profitable business that makes me thousands of pounds per month every single month, and actually has done for years now. If you want to learn from me step by step exactly what I've done, I'm not going to teach you to be a millionaire like a lot of these gurus. What I can do is show you exactly what I've done and teach you the strategy. Join me for that free webinar, and I'll see you over there. And make sure you subscribe and check out the next video on here too, because I'm doing lots of content on here, and it'd be nice to not put out videos to just myself. So yeah, please do follow, subscribe, share, tell people, all that good stuff. I'll see you next time.